All right, it's been a few updates, a few balance change cycles since my last tier list video. So here's my updated tier list. For qualifications, let me show you guys real quick. First off, for the people that say I'm going to be biased because of my main, I play a ton of characters in this game. Level 20 Jake, level 20 Finn, level 30 Arya, level 20 Harley, level 20 Morty, level 10 Gizmo, level 10 Rick, level 10 Tom and Jerry. Yes, I already have Rick at level 10, even though he came out today. I've just been playing him all day. Level 10 Steven, even. I played around on Steven. Level 7 Batman. My point is that I play a lot of characters, so it's not like I just hard focus one specific character. So I have a good understanding of the game, as well as I've played like 1,400 matches, so there's, I guess, like some experience qualification. And this is currently my highest ranked character. It's nothing crazy. I don't really play that much to like rank up, but I have a decently high character. Overall career rank in ones is top 15k. None of this really matters that much. I'm just throwing it out there because I know I'm gonna get comments that are like, when a top 200k Shaggy main makes a tier list. Now let's hop into the video. Here's my tiers. I actually don't have a D tier. I removed the D tier because I truly don't think that any character in the game is like unplayably bad right now. I think that everybody's at least usable, but let's get started. Let's start with Rain Dog because he's cute. He's going in B tier. Rain Dog is still like not very good. He hasn't gotten like any update that actually makes him viable in a while. He was a little bit stupid at the very start of the game because of the projectile spam like capability on him, but then people learned like what buttons to press to play the game, so they started being able to counter him really easily. If you're playing Rain Dog right now, I really feel bad for you, but you're getting the most love with skins. He's got like the best skins in the game and he keeps getting more. He just got 2 extremely cute skins in this update, so that's a W at least. You got something going for you. Next up, we'll go with Garnet. I'm really torn whether to put her B or C. I think I'll put her B because I don't think any character really even deserves a C, honestly. Garnet's all right. She's not like horrible. Yes, there are good Garnet players. If you're a good Garnet player, congratulations. You're playing a character that's really hard and you're good with them. That's dope. There are good players with every character. That doesn't mean that the character itself is good. Garnet sucks. Garnet's going comfortably in the B tier. And next up, we got Taz in the first hot take of the video. I truly think Taz is A tier, maybe even higher. I'm a little bit hesitant to even put him in A because I think he's tipping into S. Now look, hear me out on this. The community has had this like thought in their head that Taz is trash for like the last 3 weeks straight because he has been trash for like the last 3 weeks. He's gotten no love in the updates. They keep trying to make him better, but it never works. And he has continued to be garbage. But right now at the state Taz is at, I truly think he is very good and the community just hasn't moved on from thinking he's bad. And a lot of people aren't even willing to look at him in any other light. But like if you took an objective look, you just started playing the game today, I promise you would probably think Taz is very good because right now he is very good. His tornado move got buffed and it's now like one of the best edge guarding moves in the game. It does so much knockback. It takes prio over everything. I think if you got every single character in the cast to use an ability at the same time versus Taz's side tornado, he would take prio over all of them and throw them all off the screen. I'm not saying Taz is OP, but I do think that he's very comfortably sitting in A tier. Next, we got Bugs. Bugs is still S. Bugs has still not been knocked out of S tier. He's not game breaking anymore. He was game breaking for a while. The only people that didn't think Bugs was OP were Bugs mains. He was game breaking for a little while, both in 1v1s and in 2v2s. He's been knocked out of this tier, but he's definitely still S. If you're playing Bugs, don't stop. He's still very good. There's no reason to switch your main from Bugs. I've seen a couple Bugs mains that are like, Bugs got absolutely gutted. I have to switch my main. No, bro, no. Just figure out how to actually play the game when your moves don't connect from a mile away and you'll be good, bro. Bugs is still strong, I promise. Next, we got Jake, also sitting in S tier. I know he's gotten a couple little nerfs here and there. Jake still has one of, if not the most diverse kits in the game. He can cover any range, play against any character. He's got like so many different moves that just do everything that you can possibly ask for from a character. The only step left would be to make him grow wings and fly across your screen when you're about to be knocked off. He's not game breaking because none of his moves are like super overpowered. I just think that all around his kit is very strong and he's not the most difficult to play. He does take some skill. Unpopular opinion here. I don't think Jake is like the easiest character in the game to play. He does take some skill, but like he's comfortably an S. Let's be real for a second here to all the Jake mains. Let's have a heart to heart here. Your character is still very good. Similar situation to Bugs. Even with the nerfs, don't switch off of this character if you're playing him because he's still very strong. I think the #1 player in the world right now is a Jake. Actually, that doesn't really mean anything. People like to comment and they're like, the #1 player in the world is using this character, so therefore that character is overpowered. No, they're not, bro. That's just what the #1 character, that logic is mind-blowing. But anyway, Jake's still very strong. Next, we got Batman, throwing him in game breaking. If you're a Batman main, I know you're already sprinting to the comments to tell me that I'm wrong and I'm stupid and I'm trash and you're gonna find my address. Bro, your character is broken. Just let's move on from this. All right, Batman is broken. Next up, we got Arya. I don't know where to put her, whether S or A. I think that right now at her current state, when her up slash doesn't work, she's going at A. When her up slash was 100% consistent, she was here. All right, as an Arya main, I agree. When her up slash 100% of the time connected perfectly, she was game breakingly overpowered in 1v1s. However, now that her move depends on RNG, she's just not anymore. And people are like, oh, it's the knockback influence. You just have to be able to knockback influence into it. The way that I've broken it down, I'll say it again very quickly. About a third of your attacks will connect no matter what. what, no matter what knockback influence both of you do, that attack for the up slash will connect. About a third of the attacks are based on knockback influence. So whether you move, they move, whatever, you can still follow up, but it won't do it for you. And then about a third of the attacks just simply won't connect no matter what. You'll use it and then you'll go up here and they'll be down here, or you'll go off to the side and they'll be over here. And it is physically impossible, no matter what knockback influence you and the opponent input, it is physically impossible to follow up on it. So Arya right now is dependent upon RNG for her ability to work or not. So there'll be times when you're at the top of the screen and you use an up slash and it should be a game ending kill, like their final life or something, and they just fall out of it. It's really, really frustrating. So I'm going to put her in A because I still think that she's very strong. In my opinion, I actually made a whole video talking about how to perfectly balance Arya coming from an Arya main. They need to buff up the rest of her kit and then nerf her up slash so that Arya's entire playstyle isn't just fishing for up slashes over and over, because right now she's so heavily dependent on that one move, and I would like to see the rest of her kit opened up and actually be usable. But yeah, Arya's sitting in the A tier. That was a long explanation, but it needed to be talked about because she's a super controversial character. Next up, we got Superman. I don't think Superman is crazy good. I'm going to put him in A tier, but he's good, but he's very annoying. This is where a lot of people get hung up on Superman because they think that because he's extremely annoying, that's equivalent to him being extremely overpowered. Superman's not overpowered, to be clear. He has a very stupid grab ability that can one-shot you at any percent if you're near the edges of the map. And fighting against Superman is boring if you play it smart, because you just basically have to sit in the center of the stage the entire match. And if he ever hits you away, you just do everything in your power to get back to the center of the stage, and then you keep playing from the center. It's the people that go and try to like edge guard against a Superman that then go into my comment section and say Superman's OP. Superman's not OP. You're running over to him and jumping off the side to hit a down ability on him when you know what's going to happen is he'll grab you and throw you off the stage at 10%. Stop going over to the Supermans when they're on the edge of the screen. Stop taking fights with the Superman when they're on the edge of the screen. And I promise you'll notice you win like 85% of your games against Superman. He's not overpowered. He's still good, don't get me wrong, but he's not overpowered. Finn's going in S. Finn is extremely good still. His sword has some problems right now where it'll like go completely through people sometimes and just not input. But besides that, there's really no downside to playing Finn. And if you use Finn with Speed Force Assist perk that gives you a 4% speed boost by default, and then you buy the speed boots upgrade in game to get yet another speed boost on top of that, you're unkillable, bro. You are unkillable. You are so unbelievably fast. All of your attacks can be canceled when you use them. You have barely any whiff recovery on anything. Finn is still a crazy good character. He's one of the simplest and easiest to learn, although his spacing does take a little bit of like thought process and thinking, which not a lot of the characters in this game actually take thought process on spacing. Finn does, but that's the only skill that you really need to learn for Finn is just spacing. So yeah, if you're playing Finn, don't stop. Finn is crazy good. Harley's also going in S. This anti-infinite system should help with her, but like even still with the anti-infinite system, that's the only nerf that Harley received, and it's an indirect nerf. I think that they actually need to like nerf her mallet because it's stupid. She does like a Ninjago spin and has a 360 hitbox. It's crazy. And with Harley still, it feels like if she hits one flying kick on you, you're stuck in like a damage loop that's going to get you up to like 60% before the attack decay actually kicks in. So Harley is still very comfortably in S. Shaggy's going in A. Shaggy's still very strong, bro. People like to like pretend that Shaggy's bad for some reason. How, bro? Shaggy is so good. I don't think that he can compete with some of these characters in S. He's really close. Like he's hovering on this border between A and S. He's the easiest character in the game to play by far. That is an undisputable fact. There's a reason that you play the tutorial on Shaggy. He doesn't have any abilities. All of his moves are just punches and kicks. He's the easiest to pick up and play, the easiest to understand. You don't have to actually think when you're playing him, and he has really, really strong moves. All of that combined definitely comfortably puts him in top of A or bottom of S. I haven't been sorting these left to right, by the way, so don't like get pressed about that, but he's in between here. I'm gonna put him in A just because I think that comparing him to someone like Finn or Harley or Jake, they're definitely stronger than Shaggy. Next up, we got Steven. Steven's going in B. He's just S. Now, good Steven players will run the stage with you, but that doesn't mean the character is good. It's just that the character is like, for the bottom 99% of players, Steven is horrible, and then for the top 1% of Steven players, he's gonna be really good. I feel like that's kind of applicable to everybody, but like the really, really good Stevens feel unkillable. But like in the vast majority of your games, when I queue up against a Steven, I pre-GG it. I'm just like, yep, GG, good game. I've already won. And then I do. Like I swear I have like a 90% win rate against Stevens. Iron Giant, man, he's been nerfed to every single patch, and it's kind of mind-blowing to me. They don't really know how to balance Iron Giants. They just keep nerfing these parts of his kit that don't need nerfs, and they leave the parts of his kits that are overpowered alone. So he still stays in this state where like 20% of his gameplay is overpowered, and then 80% of it is just horrendous. Kind of similar to Arya, actually. But yeah, Iron Giant, he's just not like, he's just not good. He's really not. T and J, a very hot topic. He's going in A. Stop pretending that T and J is bad. T and J mains act like their character got gutted because they don't have the most overpowered ability in the game anymore. He's still good, I promise, especially with these buffs that he just got. TNJ is still very, very usable. All it takes is actual skill now. Remember when TNJ first started becoming like recognized and people were like, oh, he's the hardest character in the game to play. And then everybody started picking him up and just instantly winning all their games. Well, now he's actually one of the hardest characters in the game to play and actually takes like a lot of skill and placement and thinking to play well. So all these people that are coming from Shaggy or Batman are switching over to TNJ and then being like, oh, TNJ sucks. Like, no, you're just switching from a very easy character to a very hard character and you're learning what it means to actually have to play the game. TNJ is still very good, I promise. Velma's still extremely good. Now, this is only really applicable in 2v2s. She's not great in 1v1s. Every time I play against a Velma in 1v1s, I kind of run the stage with her, but in 2v2s, she's still extremely strong, still very meta. Don't ever stop playing her in 2v2s. I seriously don't think that she will be knocked out of the 2v2 meta for like the next 2 months of patches, because the way that this dev team operates is they nerf or buff things very, very slowly and like baby steps kind of, so that they don't jump into things too rashly. So she'll still be very strong for a while. Wonder Woman. This might be a hot take. Wonder Woman is going into S tier. Wonder Woman is crazy if you're good with her. She is one of the fastest characters and just like the most oppressive to play against if you're good. This is another character that actually takes skill to play. Even though she's extremely simple to like understand and learn, she takes a lot of skill to master. But once you master her, she is so oppressive, man. It is so hard to kill a Wonder Woman. She might just be here because the servers are kind of like horrendous right now. So most of the games that you're playing are a 2-bar, and playing against a Wonder Woman, and this is partly applicable to Finn as well with the speed boots and speed force assist, playing against either of these characters on a 2-bar, it feels like you are in eternal damnation playing against either of them on a 2-bar. And if you play them on a 1-bar, GG, man. Go ahead and unplug your internet. There's no point in playing. LeBron's going to B. He still sucks. I feel like this is kind of obvious. I don't think I need to explain anything on this really. LeBron is just not good. It's that simple. Morty's going in A. I think Morty's actually pretty solid right now, especially with the buffs that he's gotten. Not many people play him because, in my opinion, Morty's the hardest character in the game to play. Coming from somebody that played Morty for a long time when he came out, so like I said, I'm like level like 21 or something. I don't even remember. I played a lot of Morty though. I think I was actually top 1k with Morty pretty consistently for a little while there. He is very, very hard to play. So I feel like that turns a lot of people away from playing him, but he's still very good. Gizmo is going in A tier as well. This might be controversial. I don't actually know what the general community thinks of Gizmo. I haven't really seen enough people talking about him. Gizmo is very, very strong though. All of his abilities just feel very, very hard to play against. And his moves have like really weird animations to where he uses them and then it's like he like freezes in place for a second and then all of a sudden is on you. It's weird. It's hard to explain or like put into words. It feels like it's like almost like input delay or something, except the hitbox is active the whole time. So it's just it's kind of confusing, but it's really hard to play against a Gizmo. And Rick, this may be what people are here for. Rick is oh, he's crazy. I'm gonna make a preemptive decision here and put him in S tier because I truly think that within the next week people are gonna be calling like Rick OP. He feels crazy to me already out of the gate. I think right now I'm like top 1k Rick, which he just came out, so it doesn't really mean too much, but I've been playing a little bit of Rick today. Like I said, it's basically all I've done since I got home. He feels like his kit is really, really good. He has an absolutely wild recovery ability. I think one of the best recovery abilities in the game, if not the best recovery ability in the game. If you put the slow perk on him, he is crazy because the little what are they called, like meeksters or something, meeseeks that you throw out, they apply the slow from that perk, as well as his gun blaster applying the slow from the perk. So Rick is just this may be too early to tell, man. It's probably too early to tell, and this might change. So if you're watching this like 2 weeks after it came out and I was completely wrong, my fault, but he feels crazy to me. Like I said, I don't think we even need a C tier. I ended up not putting anybody in it because I truly think that this is the most condensed balance of characters we've had in a while, where the meta is like pretty diverse. You can play basically any of these characters and be successful, in my opinion. Honestly, anybody in A tier and above you can play and be successful, except Arya comes down to RNG, so if you're unlucky for a game you just lose. There's nothing you can do about it. But yeah, anybody A tier and above, feel free to play. If you truly just want to win all of your games without even thinking and without putting in any skill or effort, just play Batman, man. It's abuse him while you can, because I'm really hoping he gets nerfed soon. He needs it desperately. If you want to play a character and just win all of your games without trying, go play Batman. As always, let me know if you agree, disagree. Again, this is all just my opinions. It's an important note because people like to send me the most vile threats ever for an opinion about their favorite video game character in MultiVersus. Have a good day. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to check out another video, watch one right here. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.